brown bars. Yeah, chat pointing out that UW looking like they're fielding a hero. I'm glad. I don't think the double standard strat was working for them. They gave it a try in groups as we head into round 1 in this best of 3 in the winner's bracket between the University of Washington and New York University.
UW reaches their ammo post very, very quickly. And it looks like they've already got ammo and are on their way.
Yep, the standard strat from both sides. Very typical. It seems like the standard from NYU having a little bit of trouble there. Their RFID panel is blinking, so it means it is reading. They've got their ammo, and they're out of the gate.
Yep.
And actually, UW hasn't fired any projectiles to this point, so still very tied up despite the slight 30-second advantage.
UW still hasn't taken any shots, and neither has NYU at this point.
Oh.
Looks like the hero's trying to sneak in around there.
Looks like the NYU standard is very low on health. I imagine that that's actually from a referee issue because it doesn't appear that UW is the one doing the damage as the University of, as NYU fires some hero projectiles. We've seen some great hero performance from NYU this year.
It seems like UW's standard isn't taking the chance to fire. Oh, there we go.
University of Washington scaring off that hero from NYU. Playing it really slow, grabbing that center buff. UW, I mean, I think going to have a very, very slight end game advantage based on robot damage, but there's no way that this game will come down to robot damage, chat. So we'll keep on waiting to check out the sentry damage.
Yeah. The UW hero hasn't even really gotten engaged, but now we might be seeing it coming up from the top.
NYU not really taking advantage of this slow start from UW. I expect that both teams, there we go, as University of Washington able to get that first kill. Really unfortunate. NYU had 2 blood bags that they were able to use but hadn't used yet.
The NYU sentry not really moving at all, just taking his damage from the standard now.
University of Washington accuracy looking much better in this round. A little bit of burst fire, really trying to get those numbers up.
Looks like the standard is out of ammo and has to go back to reload and buy some more.
Sentry for NYU down to 120 HP. UW about halfway through the match here in a pretty commanding lead. Not really sure the reason for the slow start. Could be some extra practice time, just kind of easing into things. Really, it's UW controlling the pace of the game here, which is unfortunate. NYU still now has 7. Is that 7 or 1 blood bag remaining? But should definitely be using them as their robot dies just a couple of meters from that resupply zone.
The NYU standard shooting out that hero over there.
Hero able to finish off the sentry for NYU and is able to immediately move on over to the base, taking some damage from NYU's standard, which is a good move. But the hero, now level 2, has several hundred health and can just largely ignore the standard damage while he chunks through the base and finishes off the base of NYU.
One more shot will do it. Oh, but hits the panel on the side. Does not quite get it yet. Needs to get a direct hit for that 100 damage. And there we go.
All right. University of Washington win from base destruction. That's what we're expecting to see. I think that hero shift a good move, at least against teams like New York University, where you're anticipating a base kill. Look at this. Are ready, or as ready as they're going to be as we go into round 2. University of Washington versus NYU. Now, chat, here's one thing that I might do if I was UW. So I'm taking the UW perspective here. I think I'd lose round 2 on purpose. There are no points here, and UW really would just like as much practice as they can get maybe for sentry modes. And I think they can be confident enough that they can win round 3 that I would actually give round 2 and just go sweaty try hard on round 3.
So one interesting thing to note already is that the standard is kind of approaching earlier, it seems like, and the NYU sentry is moving now. So I think we activated our chassis properly this time, so hopefully the Beyblade makes it a little bit harder to take out.
First blood.
We'll go a little bit of accuracy issues there for NYU and not for UW. A flip of the script as University of Washington is able to get a double kill at level 1, chat. I think that's the first time we've seen that in the first 30 seconds of the game before he unfortunately overpowers, giving level 3 to the UW standard.
All right. The hero's reviving and going back to get some ammo, I'm guessing, and also unlock their guns.
UW able to take out both robots of NYU and deal about 150 damage to that sentry. It's going to put them in a commanding lead with a minute into the match. Looks like they're not going to try to take this to a round 3 for extra practice. They would like to not have to put that wear and tear on their robots to avoid the extra rounds. They're going to try to shut this down in round 2 of this match.
The Standard just sneaking in and taking out the NYU Sentry, you know, while the Heroes kind of engaged at the top. A good distraction for sure, but the NYU Standard's noticed now. Let's see if it actually affects anything.
While the UW Standard is doing a pretty good job chipping away at the Sentry, they're firing a lot of projectiles. You can actually hear the difference between hitting the foam and hitting the armor panels here, and that's a lot of foam shots.
Yep. NYU Standard overheats again.
It almost looks like they're only hitting foam as we're now in the Standard cockpit. You can see they miss every armor panel and hit every single armor bumper. So good job from the NYU team of making sure that that robot is properly built so that none of those bullets ricochet back and hit the armor panels. It's something we actually see quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, NYU definitely still
the Hero's
behind.
going up. The Hero just died to power limiting.
Overpowered there from the Hero. Shar, we've seen a lot of that. Maybe as a team captain, you can speak. I know Matt and I have both have. But it might seem silly if you're at home and just say, okay, why don't they just not overpower? Can you talk a little bit about the difficulty of staying within that power limit?
Yeah, absolutely. So embedded-wise, I started as an embedded person on our team before I went to captaining. So like embedded-wise, it gets hard to like not only read, because you're reading the data off of the referee system, which has a salt wall delay in it. On top of that, you also have to make sure that like, you can't just say, oh, be underneath this power threshold. You have like a buffer in there. Maybe sometimes you want to go over it. And on top of that, you have to fine tune it. And it's not easy to get a match, like a full entire like place to fine tune this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have like access to the referee system. And we're seeing that the Standard is going to take out the NYU base here with the Hero double shooting it. And that will be round 2 towards UW. Congratulations
2 minutes
to them.
left on the clock, and UW shuts it down 2-0. University of Washington looking like the form we expected here coming into RMNA 2023, year 3, trying to go for that 3rd win in a row. Congratulations, University of Washington.